first year of ISEC 2020. And then after a lot of experience, I become LCVB marketing for OGX of ISEC in FTUSMC Vietnam, which means I'm do marketing for OGVG in GT. But then in the middle of the peak, we restructure. So I become LCVB B2C OGV, and that time I manage marketing and sale of for OGV at the same time. And then I have some you speak experience, and I'm go for MCVB OGV in Vietnam.
Hello.
I have a hello, yes, okay, nice. Hi Long. Okay, and then I come to MCVB OGV of ASEC in Vietnam. It was a very amazing and also very challenging years. And because of that, I think that I can actually contribute more for the region. And I step up to be the regional manager of marketing. And right now I give OGV for Guinea. So mainly right now I'm gonna manage marketing only. Yep. So just to know, for you to know. Okay, let's go to the main part of the today. So today, the first question that I want to ask you is, can you open your mic and tell me about what is lead management in your opinion? Yeah, you can tell me, you can open your mic and tell what is lead management.
So I think lead management is trying to handle potential exchange participants, the ones that you get from the people who sign up on Expa, trying to get them to apply to different opportunities and like start the process with them.
Yes, nice. I think it's almost correct, but at the same time, my question is not that easy. The next question is, why do you think lead management is important in your own experience, in your when you were the sales member or when you do things? Can someone
I
share?
think it's important so that you ensure that any prospective EPs that you have or any EPs that you hope to convert into realizations or approvals, they don't end up getting dissuaded and you can continuously work on them. I think that's the reason why it's important that their motivation stays up.
True, correct. Yes, I think about the definition of lead management and why it's important, we are really on the same page about it. So in this session, what I can contribute for you is I can let you see about lead management in a deeper opinion and a deeper perspective. And then also the second thing that we're gonna talk about today is how we can do lead management in this situation of the virus corona situation. So at first, to help you understand about it and to help you have a deeper think of perspective about it, let's talk about marketing and sales funnel so that I can explain for you what is it. So how many people here heard about marketing and sales funnel concept before? You can put in the chat so that I can see. Oh, I can. Okay, okay. I cannot see the chat. I cannot see. Okay. Oh, nice. So yeah, so I think that many people here, maybe you already heard about the marketing sales funnel, but then for some LCVB, just in case that and that you don't know what's in marketing and sales funnel, this is a very easy explanation about it. So okay, here. Um, so the first thing is the marketing sales funnel is the whole funnel that marketing and sale gonna share with each other. And in this funnel, as you can see, in this funnel, what you can see is we not only have like apply or set or approve, but actually the whole funnel we have like the people that the stranger and then with the visitor, and then after the visitor we have the marketing qualified lead or the sale qualified lead. And in the whole process, in a very deep process, we can actually see how the customer journey look like. So this funnel is the thing that can help the marketing and the sales people reflect on how the customer journey look like, and in every stage what is the definition of the customer in every stage. By understand the customer in every stage and the definition of every stage, such as the behavior, or like for example the marketing qualified lead gonna be the one who have less motivation, but the self qualified lead gonna be the people who have higher motivation. So what can be the action to make the people that have less motivation have more motivation and take action to go on exchange with us? So the marketing sales funnel in every country have a very different way to define. So this is not the standardized thing, but it's very important for us to understand how your customer experience look like, and how we can break down the customer stay by different criteria and different behavior, so that we can know exactly how many people we have in the funnel and where are they in the funnel. So by doing that, we can understand about the customer status of our product. And the people that go to the funnel who is potential to be our customer in the future is one of the lead that you can see here. So lead management is the process about that you acquisition your customer, how you can convert the lead, become go deeper into the funnel, and at the end of the day, when we have a customer win point, they're gonna get approved. So in the lead management, there are main three things that usually as a B2C, we need to manage. We need to ensure, we need to identify the potential customer, which is our lead, because and in many cases, a potential customer doesn't need to be the people that just come from the sign up. Actually, a lot of cases that the potential customer can be someone that drop out in the middle, or someone that in your old customer, or someone that already experienced with you and right now they are still your potential customer. So as a product head, we need to look into the whole big picture of who is our potential customer. Secondly, as a B2C sale, we need to educate them about the product and also engage with them, so that after we doing this kind of thing, they're gonna become the qualified lead. The qualified lead is the lead, is the potential customer that they have uh, the definition about motivation, timeline, budget, profile, or CV, for example, meet the requirement of asset, so that they can be a potential. They're gonna be the one that have higher chance to buy our product. And after they become the qualified lead, we're gonna put them into deeper and deeper into the funnel until they get approved. So lead management is about you gonna create the tactics so that you can implement, you can do the lead nurturing and lead conversion optimization. In the whole funnel, how you can keep and engage with them and keep them being nurtured, and also at the same time, how you can think about the tactic to improve the conversion rate along the way. Everything about this kind about nurturing and conversion rate optimization is your action toward lead management strategy. So here I would tell you about 5 facts that about lead management that I observed in the whole my experience, and in when I work in regional office, I visit and observe in a lot of entity. So I think that in this 5 facts, it can actually help you to reflect on your own lead management performance and lead management strategy, because there's no standardized way, or there's no strategy to do lead management that I can tell you or I need to teach you. But I think this fact can help you to reflect on your own experience in the last 1.5 months of manage your peak. So the first thing is, as I showed you about the marketing and sales funnel, there's no clear cut between marketing role or sales role in managing lead, because maybe we have two different departments, or maybe you manage both marketing and sales, and we have different people to do marketing and sales. But please remember that we only have one customer experience, and I think this is the reason why most of the time we are not so clear about who gonna do the lead nurturing, who gonna do the lead optimization conversion rate, who gonna engage with the customer. The answer is it have to be together, and it have to be synergy in this point. So maybe you can look back into your performance in the last 1.5 months, which is the time that you actually not so clear about what is your role and the synergy between marketing and sales, that you are being confusing. If you facing this problem, then I think it's totally okay, because it's telling that it's showing that we need to synergy more, and we need to understand the whole funnel as one product and as one customer experience, not separately. The second fact is, based on my observation, I see that a lot of people say, oh, the sign up for marketing is not qualified, so that I cannot manage my lead to get them into the funnel. And to be honest, based on what I see, more than 50% of your sign up usually is not the qualified lead. And the reason why is because we usually expect to get the sign up, and then after we get the sign up, we expect to get them to onboard and go to exchange right away. But then the thing is, this unqualified people, because it doesn't mean that they are not your qualified lead right now, but they can be your qualified lead in the future. And the conversion rate from set up to apply is low, which is something that very normal. I mean, we need to try to make it like higher, but then the thing that can explain for us is if you get like 100 people into your funnel, you can expect that actually not all of them is ready to go on the chain, and you can expect that half of them gonna be the future that we still need to keep managing, and they are still in the lead of the funnel. So the behavior that I usually see in some LC, in some LC, OGVE, OGXE, we think that, oh, these people are not qualified. So the B2C sales usually have the behavior that we forgot with 50 people. But to be honest, these 50 people have gonna be a very big potential for you in the future. So if you see that in the last 1.5 months, you see that, oh, you didn't take care for these people, then this, I think this is the time that we can look back in the way that we are observing about, we perceive about what is the lead potential lead for us. The next fact that I see is, if we convert the lead from a deeper stage of the marketing sales funnel, we're gonna have higher chance in conversion rate and higher chance to get them approved. So this can explain for us the reason why, when the reason is not going well, usually some of the first action that I'm gonna suggest for any people is we need to look back into the funnel, into our funnel first before we looking for people in out of the funnel. So for example, we need to look into who already dropped our funnel, who is the people that not go with us, who already accepted didn't go to approve, or who already applied but didn't get to accept, because these people is the one that have higher chance to get approved rather than the people that you're looking for from the totally new sign up. Yes. And sometimes, please remember that sometimes a customer, after they get approved, they become the EP. But actually, there's a lot of case that they can turn back to be to the marketing and sales funnel and become the lead again. And this is the fact that I think that you need to remember, because why? Because it's gonna this fact is actually happening right now in our situation when the customer they become back and to be the lead again. So they are no longer our EP, but they are still a part in our lead, in the pool of the lead that we need to manage. And also, the last fact that I see in, 6 months is usually the average time for you to nurture and convert a lead into approval. And the reason why I think this fact is important for you to reflect is because I see there's a lot of LCVP. We have the way that we're gonna have a lot of sign up, and then we're gonna push the people to go on exchange, go to approve right away. And we expect them to, okay, today we got the sign up, tomorrow we ask people to go on exchange. Yes, I know, I understand it, because I used to be those people like that, and I really understand why we want this happen. But at the same time, we need to remember that actually if we keep pushing for the short-term approval, the result not gonna going well. The thing that we need to think right now about how we can do lead management is, if we want to manage the lead and get them into approval, then we need to plan ahead for 6 months or what in the next 1 year. So even you are doing right now, even you are doing the lead management and you get approval right now, for example, but it's you always need to have at the product head, you always need to plan for, okay, in the next 6 months, how can I get the lead into my funnel to manage, or how can I still manage the dropout people along the way, so that in the next 6 months I still can manage and can nurture them. And customer, when they first when they just a stranger, they really need a lot of time, a lot of to read about it, to talk about the people, to read the review about our product. And after they read and they understand, after they know, understand, they're gonna trust, and after they trust, they can go on a chain with us. So make one people from don't know about you become a people that know, and then after they know, they trust about you. It really takes time. So boosting for a short term is not a good strategy for any lead management strategy. Yep. So based on this five fact, Yeah, by this five fact, I think that it can help you to look back about the role set of lead management strategy, and usually how we can wear a lead management strategy is we're gonna pay on this step. So sometimes some people told me that, oh, I don't know what is the lead management strategy. I just keep pushing my member, or I just keep tracking in the data, but actually it's the whole role set for you to think, and the whole process for you to analyze the funnel. So the first step that you need to do is you need to understand about the funnel. So as I explained for you about the marketing sales funnel, the first step that if you want to working on the lead management strategy, you need to building your funnel. So how you gonna build your funnel is you understand about your customer journey. What is the thing that how can they reach us? So they're gonna go to the Facebook, the fan page of a national team, and then they see us, and then after they see us, they join the Facebook group, or they join our community, for example, and then they read about it, or they go on our event, or they join our virtual webinar, and then they got consultancy. And what is the next step? Next step. So we need to really understand about the journey of the customer in our market by asking them, by asking the returning, or asking the new people, so that we can understand, okay, actually how these people know about it and get educated about it and go in exchange with us. And from that you can know, okay, so from the thing that I understand about my customer, the funnel, the marketing and sales funnel for my LC is gonna look like this. And from the funnel that you just design, you can you need to set a clear KPI. So the KPI here is not about the number only, but the KPI here is about at the end of at the end of every stage, what gonna be the behavior of customer look like, what they gonna think, what they gonna feel, or how we gonna call it. Are they gonna be a marketing qualified lead after the event, or are they gonna become the self qualified lead, for example? And how we can define who is least potential and who is have more potential. So we need to define the state of the customer, the stage by stage, and we have a clear definition of every stage of the lead, and from that we can have the KPI. Also, in the next part is after you already look into the funnel, you can review on the tactic. So in this time, this is a very important time. Why? After you build the funnel and you have a KPI, my suggestion is you need to look into your marketing and sales funnel performance in the last 2 years. So if you have any data besides sign up, like you have people who join the event, the people who join your consultancy but didn't go on exchange, then you need to analyze the whole funnel. And from you analyze the funnel, you see the conversion rate, and you see the engagement. You analyze the correlation, the connection between, I say, engagement with the lead and the conversion rate. So after you analyze this kind of thing, you can have you can think about, okay, what can be the tactic to nurture and convert the customer. And from the tactic that can help you to convert and nurture the customer, then you need to plan for sales capacity and CRM system, which is the SPA that we are using. So if we have the people and if we have the system that we planning to do the to we planning to build capacity to implement the tactic here, then the strategy can happen. And I'm for sure that you still remember about the sales capacity audit session yesterday of HV, when we talk about how we can audit the capacity of member. Yes, so the objective of sales audit the capacity of member is we audit them to build the capacity for them, and if we can build capacity for them, they can implement the tactic. To make you understand about the list management strategy creation very easy, I can tell you about one of my example. So yeah, so in the past, when I was at CBB B2C OGV, like very long time ago, to be honest, at that time, I'm just knowing about OGV for 2 weeks, but then I think that actually doing OGV is very easy. Because why? Because I learn about the marketing and sales funnel, and after I learn about it, I do analyze it. So in the analysis that I have done, wait, sorry. in the analysis that I have done, I realized that the conversion rate between sign up to apply is low, is because in the consultancy space, uh, we didn't give the people a right information, or we didn't set with them a clear, we didn't have a right way to educate our customer. So educate our customer in consultancy is the tactic that I need to improve. But then if I want to improve this kind of thing, I cannot just like improve by say like I need to improve. So I need to look into whether my self capacity people are strong enough to implement this or not. And if I want to implement a physical consultancy at that time to improve the way we do the consultancy and improve the way we do education, then I need to make my member become stronger. But then at that time, because my member is they are all newbie, and they almost like they have no experience in OGV, and I was the LCBD that only have 2 weeks experience in OGV. And at that time I did a self audit with my member, and after I do the self audit, I realized that what is the key things that they mixing in the way that they doing sales. So I realized that they missing the competency of listening and influencing. And I also realized that they missing the product knowledge about how they can do consultancy. So from that, after I do audit, I have a plan to improve the performance and to improve their capacity. And when I improve their capacity from newbie to become a master, I in around 1 or 2 months, they can actually implement the tactic about educate customer and nurture the customer that I planning. And when they can implement it, the funnel KPI keep improving. And when it improving, my funnel have more lead. And in this situation, I can say that my lead management strategy is happening because I know exactly what I need to train for my customer to perform the tactic that I want to see in my lead management strategy. Yes, so that's is the whole thing about lead management strategy, and that's is the fact that I think it can help for you a lot. What you can see right now is you can look into the fact that I just tell you and see do you facing any fact or do you facing any mistake before in the last 1.5 months, and are you actually have a good lead management strategy or not? Um, so in this part, I want to see I want to know, are you understand the until this part, and do you have any question before we move into the next part? You can ask me in the chat and I can help you to see, or you can open your mic. You can open your mic to ask if you want.
Hello, can you explain to me the funnel KPI setting part again, please? Because I did not get that.
Okay, good question. Okay, so how we gonna do the funnel KPI goal setting is first you need to know in your funnel how many type of lead you have. So as you can see here, I divide my lead by stranger and visitor. So when they add a visitor into our, so for example, if they join our event, for example, or if they follow us this kind of thing, then this is the time that they become the visitor. And then after the visitor, I define that okay, the next people need to be the marketing qualified lead. And the marketing qualified lead at that time when I said is the people that they interest about it, they want to get more information about it, but they are also not so clear about can they go on or not. And after they and then I have marketing qualified lead number 2 is the one that they interest about it and they understand about what we are doing, and but they are still didn't have a strong motivation to go on. So if and then I'm gonna define the next people is the self qualified lead is okay. So if the people from the marketing go to apply, they need to be the one that totally have a strong motivation, or they really trust that Isaac and this experience can help us to have a better develop the leadership. So from after I define the state of the lead, the type of lead in my funnel, I decide what is the KPI. So for example here, the KPI that I have here is how I can count the number of marketing qualified lead. Number 1 is the people that join my physical activity in the past. So I count that everyone that they interest because at that time my LC we have the Facebook group community, and then so I count the people that first go to my event, and the second is the people that want to join the community and they want to ask more about the information, for example, because they interest. So based on this part, I'm gonna count this total number and I'm gonna say, okay, in this state, I'm gonna have this amount of people and this amount of lead. Yeah. So that is how I set the funnel. And this is very depend on how you set the funnel, the KPI for your funnel. Yeah. Is it clear for you? You can let have follow up question.
Yep, thank you. I understood.
Yes, nice.
Mm, Can
Can
you
you get a little bit more? Yes, I can hear
can
you.
you go to the KPI slide and explain the KPI for that specific thing you can you go on that slide?
The KPI.
Yes.
Right now I don't have that slide here.
Okay.
Then yeah, but you can like you can understand very easy like for sale. So I want the KPI in sale qualified lead is the number of people, the number of like, the number of set, the number of approve. So that is the KPI of sale. But then at the same time for sale, I have another KPI is number of consultancy meeting, for example. So that is the KPI that I set for sale because I count the number because based on my experience, based on what I understand about customer, anyone that they want to have a consultancy meeting with you is the one that they really want to go on the chain and they want to get more education about product. So based on this, I'm gonna classify this the number of consultancy meeting is the number of sale qualified lead, for example. Yeah. Can you make sure that you have good strategy of nurturing in tactic step? How can you uh can you Emma, can you help me to tell the context that you want to ask? How can you make sure that you have good strategy of nurturing? Yeah.
In just like about the tactic, can you go to the next?
Yeah, you mean
Next.
this one?
Next. Yeah, maybe yeah. I think that I want to ask about how can you measure that you have good strategy for nurturing leads in your
Mm,
step. Yeah, after the KPI step, you have mentioned about some tactic about nurturing leads
mm,
because they can withdraw, apply, withdraw, accept, or something like that.
mm. Yeah. I think lead nurturing is something that very like a lot of things to tell about. So that's why I don't tell everyone here about what you need to do. But my suggestion is, uh, yeah, my suggestion is how you can manage. What you can do in lead nurturing is how you can give them the right information and the right information that can help you to build trust with customer. So what I did at last time is first I look into the past data. So this is very important because you need to have a space that you check all of the conversation in the past with your customer. So I check in the past conversation of with customer of my member, and when I check through it, I have some keyword, and I check into the dropout reason. So when, for example, from sign up to apply, I check what is the reason why people get drop out along the way. And or for example, I check into all of the conversation that when my member talk with them, or when my member chat with them, or my member doing consultancy with them, what is the reason that they usually drop out. And from that I can say, okay, then if we want to do lead nurturing, then we can actually give them the right information before they drop out. I would say, for example, in the past I have a low conversion rate from accept to approve. The reason is when I check into the dropout reason, I see that mainly the people they apply for many projects at the same time. And they think that because when they apply for many projects and get interviewed, they think that, oh, I can just apply for a lot and then I can just try to see how it's gonna going, without consider whether this project or this opportunity or this job is suitable with my capacity or not. And because of that, I change the way that we doing the tactic. In the way that we nurturing in the consultancy, we give them the expectation that you should that you need to look into how you can find the best project or best opportunity for you, so that this can help you to find the best solution, for example. So mainly I'm gonna look into the dropout region, find the keyword. From the keyword, I have the tactic or I have the solution for the tactic, and then from that we implement, and we can have we can nurture it better. Yeah, so I think this gonna be very one example to help me. Okay,
Thank you.
so yes, I hope this can help for you. Do you have more questions?
The checkbox, you can check it because there are some questions.
Okay, so I think I can help everyone to answer for your question later, because we also have another part that we need to move on. Right now, I hope that everyone already understand about what lead management actually look like, and we change the perspective about it's not about we just keep pushing people or keep tracking, then we can get the result, but it have come from a funnel understanding, tactic and creation, and very clear strategy on sales capacity and CRM management. Okay, but then now, how can we do lead management in this COVID-19 situation? I think this is one of the questions that most of you, when you come to this session, you expect to have. So before we move into how and what to do, I want to ask you a question. So right now, what is your lead or what is your EP burning concern? What is the biggest concern of your lead or your EP right now in this moment? People, you can I think you can open your mic and you can share very short, like what is the big concern that your EP have right now or your lead have right now?
Safety.
Safety.
International can go back to the country.
Cannot go back to the country. I see. Anyone else? They do not want.
University timeline.
The visa permission, I think.
Again, university timeline, parent permission. Anything else?
That they cannot postpone their project anymore, as they were already approved for summer and they cannot go for summer right now. Like,
Yeah, they cannot go for summer right now. EB1 refund as they can go. They can book the flight to go and my still real timeline. Okay, permission real timeline parent. Border closing, cannot go back to the country, everything locked down. A lot of concern, a lot of question. And the thing that I received the most in this, the question that I have the most in this situation is, people usually ask me, then if I cannot do approval right now, then why do I need to do lead management? What can I do right now in lead management? Actually, we have a lot of things to do right now in the lead management that I want to tell you. And big and because in here, what I tell you about, there are two facts that I think you need to remember is one customer and one EB can come back and become the lead in our funnel. So which means the regular EB, it doesn't mean that they're gonna forever break with us and they gonna forever gone. Some EP, when they want to get the refund back and they don't want to go on the chain anymore, they are still our lead because they are still a part in our funnel, even they are not customer. And the second thing is, the very important fact is 6 months is the time that for you to do lead nurturing and convert the lead into approval. So which means right now, even you think that you cannot do approval, but actually you can have a lot of plan to do lead management so that you can planning for the future and you can build the future lead pool, because Because at the end of the day, for the lead management, it's not about how you put them, how you track them, but it's about how you can build the brand trust and brand loyalty with them through every touch point that you provide for them and through everything that you deliver for them. And right now, I think before we go into how we're gonna deal with them, I think we can think, I'm gonna have you to classify what are the type of lead that we need to build brand trust and brand loyalty right now. Okay, so based on my observation and based on my analysis, I see that we right now we have 4 type of lead that we need to do the management. Okay, the first one, the first one is the lead management So these people can be the one that's right now they just randomly looking for the the opportunity because they think there's no problem and they think that, oh, I still want to go on the gen, so they randomly found asset.org and they apply for it and we have the organic sign up. Or these people can be the one that the drop out in the reverse term, like in the last fifth speak or in the last fourth speak. They drop out because they have some parent concern, but right now they are thinking about whether I can go on the gen or not. So these people either type lead A who are currently in your funnel. The second type lead B either EP who are realizing in Feb or March, which is in the last 2 months. But right now they need to realize. And as I tell you, even they realize, they are still a part of our lead, and we need to have a lead strategy with them. So right now they are a part in our lead marketing and sales funnel again. And lead C is the one that already approved now and they will rely in May and March, in April and May. But the thing is we need to rely and then will turning back to become a lead. So highly chance that if we need to rely with them, they're gonna go getting back and also become a lead of us. And next is the lead D is the type that these are the EP that even of the situation and you some EP they still want to do approval and they already approval and they're gonna have the real life in June and July. But at the same time, as I said, we are also not sure about whether the situation gonna get better or not, and we're gonna is it gonna improving. And that's either thing. And as you can see here, we have 4 type of people that actually right now we need to classify and take care for them. I think what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna give you some question, and from this question we're gonna have the brainstorming space so that we can see what gonna be all of the solution, all of the idea that we can solve. So the question that I have for you is, what can we do to maintain the relationship with the customer, the relationship and communication with customer in different type of lead? Like for example, the customer that gonna that already in the past, the current customer and the customer who break the real line. And also how we can build the brand trust and brand loyalty, and how we can educate our member to deliver a lead management in this situation so that we can keep the brand trust and loyalty of our lead in this situation. So these are the 3 questions that I'm gonna give for you, and this is the time that we're gonna have a brainstorming time. So in this brainstorming time, you can choose, okay, what type of lead that you having most of the concern and you having most of the thing that you want to solve right now. And then you can go to the link, you can choose one type of lead. So for example, I think that right now I have a lot of lead C that need to realize, but they already realize and right now they become a lead. So so if I choose lead C is the lead, the type lead that I'm concerned the most, then I'm gonna choose I'm gonna go to this link. So if you click to this link, you can see a form that asking you the question that I'm just asking you, so that you can put your name, your entity, and then you can type all of the idea or on everything that you can think about, that how we can deal with these people so that we can keep communication, we can educate our member, and we can keep the brand royalty. What kind of communication or what kind of thing that we can do? So I would say, for example, if I have someone that in the top list C, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna working on email marketing nurturing, for example, so that I can send an email for them every day, and I'm gonna update with them the information about the COVID situation, so that I can keep the communication with them. So this is one of the idea that I'm gonna work on with them. So right now, it's gonna be the time for you to working on. So I think, are you clear with the explanation? Can you say in the chat?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I will give for you 10 minutes for you to go to the type of lead that you want to think promote, and you can tie all of your idea and all of your thinking here, so that we can have brainstorming time. Okay, cool. So right now I'm gonna let you have 10 minutes, and you can go to the Bitly link related. Okay, so 10 minutes start now.
Hey, do we have to fill like all of these?
Hmm?
Do we have to
Hello.
fill like all of these? Yes.
You can only you only need to choose one, the type of lead
Okay.
that you want to do. Yeah, only one.
Okay.
Yeah, you can choose randomly who. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Philia sent for you the link in the chat. You can click in the link, and you can go to the link directly. Okay. Can you help me to open some music? Yeah. I will open some music so that you can have time to think and brainstorming on it. Hmm? Yeah. You open music. How can I play? How can you open it now? Yeah. I need to share. Hey, what can you play on the speaker? I forgot to open my camera. Can you open the camera? Open the camera. Open the camera. You can ask me if you have. You can ask me if you have any concern.
Tell me, have you seen a sunset turn into a sunrise? Kiss right through the night. 'Cause we should try that sometime. Hold you till the morning. And if I said I'm falling, would you just reply? I know you are, but what am I? What am I? Open the door to my apartment, we ain't get in. Kissing on my neck, you throw my jacket to the side. I know your heart is beating quick, and if you put your head on my chest, you're the same as mine. Yeah. And we'll be making love until the sun comes up, but one day maybe I could put a ring on your finger before you change your mind, yeah. Knew I was falling when I looked inside your eyes. She said, I know you are, but what am I? Tell me, have you seen a sunset turn into a sunrise? Kiss right through the night. 'Cause we should try that sometime. Hold you till the morning. If I said I'm falling, would you just reply? I know you are, but what am I? What am I? What am I? What am I? Tell me, have you seen a sunset turn into a sunrise? Kiss right through the night. 'Cause we should try that sometime. Hold you till the morning. And if I said I'm falling, would you just reply? I know you are, but what am I? Tell me, have you seen a sunset turn into a sunrise? Kiss right through the night. 'Cause we should try that sometime. Hold you till the morning. If I said I'm falling, would you just reply? I know you are. What am I? LA on a Saturday night in the summer. Sundown and they all come out. Lamborghinis and they rented hummus. The party's on, so they're heading downtown. Everybody's looking for a come up, and they wanna know what you're about. Me in the middle with the one I love, and we're just trying to figure everything out. We don't fit in well, 'cause we are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation. You look stunning, dear, so don't ask that question here. This is my only fear, that we become beautiful people. Top designer clothes, front row fashion shows. What you do and who'd you know? Inside the world of beautiful people. Champagne and rolled up nose, prenups and broken homes. Surrounded but still alone. Let's leave the party. That's not who we are. We are not beautiful. Yeah, that's not who we are. We are not beautiful. Drove for hours last night and we made it nowhere. Now I see stars in your eyes when we're halfway there. I'm not fazed by all the lights and flashy cameras. 'Cause with my arms around you, there's no need to care. We don't fit in well, we are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation here. You look stunning, please don't ask that question here. This is my only fear, that we become beautiful people. Top designer clothes, front row fashion shows. What you do and who'd you know? Inside the world of beautiful people. Champagne and rolled up nose, prenups and broken homes. Surrounded but still alone. Let's leave the party. That's not who we are. We are not beautiful. Yeah, that's not who we are.
Hey guys, do you need more time or you finished? Yeah, you got finished, right? I think we can finish sooner. Okay. Yes. Okay, I will share my screen. Oh, no, don't notice this. Uh-huh. Too many. I will okay, so right now what you can do is I have a link for you that have all of the response. This is the link. Oh shit. uh wow, it's sharing the wrong one, huh? Don't notice about it. Hmm. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen. So if you go to do you see my screen? Okay, so this is the link that you can come here, bit.ly lead management sheet. So if you come here, this is the response form of everyone that you just send the survey right now. I think right now we can have time to check through the survey. Okay, here. Do you see? Yeah, so this is the survey that we can see here. The form response number one is the one that talk about the lead number A. So can someone from the lead A that you can share with me one of the thinking that you or one of the suggestion that you have to build the brand trust and brand loyalty? Um,
Hello. So I am the first one in the list. My name is Aska.
Hi.
Uh, Hi. So one of the things that really worked for me in the first situation is to like something that I've like done myself and I've told my members is to kind of like have this mindset that when you're talking to a person for the first time or you're talking to anybody when it comes to like when it comes to like a potential EP, you keep in mind that this is like the start of their experience. So you need to be nice, you need to be friendly, you need to build a friendship with them, and you need to make them trust you. So when they do trust you, it becomes much more easier for you to give them advice and encourage them, and they'll listen to you. And that's helped a lot, to be honest, because a lot of people have come on board when normally they wouldn't have, just because they've become friends with my members just because they've contacted them. So yeah, so that essence of
mm,
trust is extremely important.
yeah, contacting and communication, consistency communication. Cool. Uh, okay. Then about number two, I see less people is in the lead type number two who have the lead in Feb and March, and you need to regularize right now. So can someone in the lead B can say about what your opinion? Just share is fine. Anyone? Okay. If you can say let open the mic. But we still can go to the next one. So this is the type of the EP that we are gonna rely in May and upload in May. But right now we need to break rely with them. So can someone from the list C can say about what is your opinion about this part?
Okay, so I'm the second one in the list. So what I did was I asked very politely my EPs that we are canceling our realization and we need you to shift them, and they agreed. And moreover, they agreed even if for like August or September if it's possible. So they agreed for this, and this is what I told my members to do as well. So this worked for me.
Oh, I see. Anyone working on any kind of like social media plan or other things? Anyone else you want to share? Okay, is we can go to the last one. The people that gonna rely in June and July. This is very tricky because the main thing is we don't know when it's gonna going good or well. So can someone in the group for the type of lead D, can you share about your opinion?
Okay. So hello everyone. So my idea is the how we can communicate, clarify, and we will update to the EP about the situation. Especially we can push the motivation, and we have some plan for them if they cannot go exchange in the summer peak, or we can move them to the winter or any the next year. Yeah. But we make sure the communications effectively.
Communication. I see. Okay. If anyone else you want to share is you can share or you can type along the way. So what when I see right now, most of the response for the lead type lead A, you want to talk about share the it's mostly about re-engaging communication with the people, or it's gonna be about marketing, focus on marketing education about SCP or EP expectation setting. So right now, for me, let me go back to the stream. Okay. So first, the reason why I want you to do in this is, if you ask every one of us that, oh, do you have the any solution for us? Then, to be honest, yes, we have some minimum guideline for you, but as a regional office or as a even the whole global network, we cannot tell you exactly what you need to do if it's not the context that you are facing. And in this situation, there is no best solution. There is no how say ultimate solution for every problem, because we're also in a very uncertain way. And that's the reason why I think I allow everyone to have a brainstorming time. So when you need any suggestion on how you can deal with this type of four kind of lead, you can go to this sheet and you can check the response of everybody, and it can help you to have some idea on how you can see how can you what can be the suggestion idea for you to implement this kind of thing. um, for the minimum action for you to manage list right now, yes, we need to the thing that you know that we need to stop every kind of activity or attraction until 15th of April, and we cannot post anything on social media about the go on exchange or educate or have any call to action to ask them to go on exchange. And we cannot approve any real life format thingy. And also the people in your funnel right now, you can only approve for them in June and July. And everything right now for AI, and until 15th of April, you're gonna get the update about what's gonna be the next step for you. Okay, so in this situation, this is just my suggestion, because I see in the chat that people asking about how we can build the brand and build the brand trust and loyalty. I think right now we need to, if anyone that you have checked the high AI keynote highlight this afternoon of law, we heard about the leadership. So the leadership is the brand and the thing that we need to do. And building the brand is not only the role of marketing, but building the brand in this situation, we can actually do it by the way that we are doing lead management. So the first thing is, for if you have any kind of EP that pending or on hold, or they cannot go on the chain, my suggestion is create a community, create a place for them to interact with you, to get the information with you. Like for example, you can work on a group chat that you have on the EP that in your market, and from here you can send the information for them, and you can keep the connection with them. Or at the same time, in many entities right now, MC already implement the social media plan that leadership is also about. So in this case, what we can do is, as a local office, what we can do is we can actually threading the message. And the way that we communicate with the customer is gonna be about how we can protect ourselves and how we can keep ourselves being safe in this situation. And and if you read through the content of the campaign, leadership is also about what you can see in the message right now, that when we do lead management, we need to communicate with them about leadership. And leadership is always gonna be the core of Isaac, that in any situation we're gonna keep the same thing. even right now we cannot go on a chain, but we still need to communicate and we still need to showcase that in any kind of situation, Isecker, which is who we are right now, still doing and still contribute a lot of things for the world, and we are still engaging, and we need to showcase our action toward the customer, so that when you showcase your action and your reaction toward the situation, the customer, they're gonna understand about us, and they're gonna see, oh, in any kind of situation, Isaac is always doing is always doing and always aiming for leadership. And from doing this kind of thing, you can build a brand. You can make them trust and you can make them engage more with you. And from that, they're gonna stay with you. So we actually have a lot of tactics to do it. And one of the tactics that we're gonna train for you is gonna be about community marketing that we're gonna talk with you in the next session, including with marketing. But in this kind of situation, the main part is to sum up the session. The main part that I want you to see is first, manage lead doesn't mean that we need to get approval, then we need to do lead management. In this situation, we actually have 4 types of lead that we need to do management, and we need to look into the the customer behavior. To we need in any kind of situation, we also need to look into the customer behavior, and from that we can see how we can improve the way that we manage the type of people. And then at the same time, we understand about how we can set a funnel and how we can have we can educate the customer, and we can ensure the management in the system is well managed, so that we can do the lead management. And also, at the end of the day, what we need to do as a LCPP is there's no solution, there's no fixed solution for any kind of situation. And I think as a LCPP right now, it's very important to thinking out loud and to find solution. What you can do is you can discuss with your MC about how we can have a brand strategy, so that from now we can communicate with our customer, and how we can start to working on the community marketing. And this community marketing, we're gonna send them the information about safety. We're gonna send them in the communication that to ensure the customer keep in touch with us, and we can looking for more solution. Also, um, and the thing is, in this situation, I think your role is more important. It's just because when I was LCVP, I didn't think that the thing that I just present to you above is something that I did when I was LCVP. So it's not because I'm MC or RM, so I know about it. I did it when I was LCVP, and then I wrote it for MC. When I wrote it for MC, people implement it, and it really worked. And because of that, I think that as a LCPP, you can actually think about what can you do and what you need to do right now, and then you can talk with your MC to see what is the MC direction, and we can working on the plan for the whole commission at our commission project to implement the to building the brand and the communication with customer in this situation. Yes, and at the end of the day, lead management or any kind of tactic or any kind of strategy is gonna be about brand trust and brand loyalty. And our role is even in any kind of even we are doing sales or even we are doing marketing, building the trust and building loyalty is the key thing for us to manage and to maintain the customer relation right now, so that in the winter or in the next year when everything is over, we can actually grow a lot. Yeah, so that's also the end of my session. Thank you a lot.
Thank you.
Someone have a question? Yes, I can check your question right now.
We really loved your session.
Okay, what is the ideal synergy for ISEC, OJ, and B2C? My suggestion right now is you need to do it every week. Why? Because the situation changing every week. So usually what we can do is we're gonna have every week. I think that we need to have the thing right now. We have April, May, and June. March, April, May, and June. And then in this kind of plan, we can see how we can working on the plan, and from the plan we're gonna choose the channel. So for example, community marketing gonna be one of the channel that you both you gonna choose to implement and to communicate and to to interact with your customer, then you need to have a you need to have a communication plan that align with global message, and you need to synergy every week, so that you can update on how the engagement, how many people is still talking, how many people all still communicate and keep the relationship with us, and how we can ensure the message is more relevant with them and more helpful for them. Yeah. And anyone else? What is the biggest obstacle you occur when you're doing the lead nurturing? The biggest obstacle that I occur when I do lead nurturing is we are lacking of channel, and we are lacking of understanding about customer. Because lead nurturing is you understand about customer and you provide the exactly information they want to know. That's it. But then how we can understand about customer is because we usually don't have data. And it's come back to the fact that when we do lead management, usually people don't write exactly what customer talk to them, or they don't write about the thing. They just say, oh, this customer don't want to go. But why they don't want to go? What is the reason? What is the thinking? And what is the thing that they have in their mind? So if we can figure out the key problem and the key problem reason, then we can see how we can provide them with better information and with call in at the same time, at the right time, at the right place, so that they can go on with us. I can have time for one more question. Okay. I concern what is the logic should be set to focus for KPI for each tactic. I concern what is the logic we should set to the focus KPI. So you mean what should be the focus KPI we need to set for each funnel, right? In this part is it depends on yes, again, it depends on how you want to set the funnel. Because in what when I interview the past customer, and when I look into the past customer, I see that okay, this customer, they need to before they can go on the chain, they need to be on the state that, oh, first they know about us, and then after they know about us, they need to understand. So what kind of thing or what kind of way for us to ensure that these people is understand? So I count when people is understand about the product, when they can get the information about our product. So how I can ensure that, how I can count, how I can measure that these people have the information about the product is based on whether they join our event or not before, or whether they join our community or not, for example. So if I can count on these people, then I can see whether do we have enough people that understand or interest about us or not enough. Or for example, in the email marketing, how many people that open your email is the people that I measure the people know about, people interest about. Yeah, for example. Yes. So I think because we don't have a lot of time, and I really happy to see you here. I hope that you this session can help you to give use insight and some suggestion on how you can think, and how you can actually think of a report and being proactive to see what can be the strategy to do lead management right now. If you have any question or if you have any suggestion, yeah, MC gonna be the one who give direction for you, and you still can ask me about some idea that you are not clear about lead management in this situation, so that I can help for you. Yeah, so that's all, and thank you for joining the session. Thank you. And also remember that we're gonna have the feedback form in the email. The deadline gonna be at 12 at this midnight at 12 GMT plus 8. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys. Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
people. We love you. Bye. Remember to people. Bye. Bye.
I cannot do this.
Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Ask me if you have any concern, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, can you